Hello and welcome to GBR. You join us today with the guys from the MRC in the Infinity ITCC League. This is League 2, Round 3, back to America for this round. As you can see, we are at Road Atlanta, and after 10 minutes of qualifying, Judge put it on pole. In second we've got the Crow. Third place we have Phil. In fourth we have Mark Schumacher. In fifth we have Brucey. In sixth place we have Crazy Mac. In seventh we have Don. In eighth we have Ice. In ninth place we have Bowman. In 10th we've got Golden Brownie. In 11th we have Gary. And in 12th, who literally joined the lobby just as we went into qualifying, is Infinity Graphics. Right, so let's go to the front and get these guys underway. 20 minutes for this race, and away we go. Looks to be a bit of jostling back there. Brucey's gone through the middle up to third place. Judge and Crow nicely in first and second, but Brucey's going to try and hang it around the outside. Crazy's gone up the inside of the Crow turn one. Pete Don comes in flying through turn one. It's going to give Judge a nice little gap there in first. These two side by side, a bit of door banging, proper touring car stuff from them two in the first sector. Brucey in fifth. Ice has got a half-second penalty already in sixth place. Phil there in the little Swift in seventh. Dropped back from third, had Phil. Golden in eighth. Graphics up to ninth place. Bowman in 10th. Gary 11th. Mark right at the back is Mark. So why is Mark? Oh, Mark ran it out wide. Oh, a little bit of a touch between Ice and Phil, and Mark just being on the outside through turn one. Just gets it on the dirt and takes a while to recover, but he's got up and going again. So Judge, he's already got about a 1 second lead, I'd say, over the Crow. So these two are always battling for the win in the first race of the evening. Don here followed closely by Brucey, Crazy, Phil. These four have got a bit of a gap over Golden Brownie in 7th. Ice has dropped down to 9th after 7. He's probably going to be 10th now. Gary's just come around the outside of him. We'll go up ahead. Brucey's got through past Don. He goes around the outside, does he? Or does he go? Oh, he cuts back on the inside. Gets the car stopped on the apex. Cracking move there from Brucey. Still have Golden Brownie to catch up to the back of these guys as well. Looking down the inside of Phil, but don't think you want to be going in the inside of down there. Really don't even want to be too wide, but they make it work somehow between Phil and Dom. And they're still going to be too wide coming into turn one. But Don just sneaks up ahead of Don's got some kind of Phil. Phil just cuts off Golden Brownie's nose, but this bit of fighting is going to allow Brucey to get away. Crazy under threat from Don. They both run it out wide. Are they going to pick up a penalty there? Let's have a look to see, but this lot are all nice and close. Look at that. All the way from, no, Mark's got that caught up to the back. So where are we from? 4th place down to 12th. All within a nice little line of each other, all fighting for position. The front three are just slowly pulling away at the moment. That's the good thing about these races in the Group 4s, are all so close. Looks like Graphics and Golden are both serving a penalty. So that's going to give Gary an advantage to get past the two of these two by the looks of it. We can get fast graphics. Will he go for a move up the inside of Golden? No, he won't. I had to wait for the camera angle to see if he did or not, but no, he slips in between the two of graphics and Golden there for 8th place. But 7 lap penalties, let them free ahead, just keep a bit of a distance now. And go to the front. Crow is right up the back of Judge now, so he's been able to catch up. He's do a 1:23.9 to a 24.1, so really is nothing between them. But Crow's set the fastest lap at the moment. He's looking feisty as the Crow will come back to see what they're like down the back straight. Crazy's picked up a half second. Graphics has picked up another half second. Not what you want to be doing, but he's pulled to the left, so it looks like he's going to allow ice, and he's picked up another one. So graphics will probably be dropping to the back of this pack, but Mark there in 11th. He is finding his way through the field. I think a lot of these guys, a few of them are running mediums, a few of them running softs. 3 wide at the back there. Yeah, graphics are serving that penalty. Looks like Mark's got past ice now for 9th place. Let's see how Mark gets on through the field. Looks like he's absolutely flying. I think he was in 4th for the qualifying. But at the front, these 3 now, I didn't step back to see, but yes, the change for the lead. So the Judge kept ahead of Crow, but it does get a bit slow, it looks like. It looks like Crow's got the drive out of the chicane. Down the hill they come. So cracking little drive there out of that corner for the Crow into 1st place. So Judge hasn't had it all his way this race so far, with the Crow fighting him. Brucey there in 3rd. Can't really see the guys in front too well, but he has got Don coming up fairly fast behind him. Bringing Phil with him as well. Golden Brownie and Crazy. What's happened with Crazy? Why is Crazy out there? Gets to drive up the hill. Just gets it on the grass. Just avoids Golden. But it does hit Phil. Not Phil, sorry, Gary. Where's Gary gone? He's got. How did he get engine damage? Why is that over there? There we go. How did Gary get engine damage from just that little hat? Did he whack it in straight into the wall? Oh, he hit the tyre barrier, and that was it. Straight into the wall. So that's going to take a while now for Gary to get back up to speed. Graphics there. Looks like Graphics has binned it turn 1 as well. It won't take you 30 seconds to get to that point of the track. It's normally split 1. Yeah, he's got dirty tyres as Graphics. But Gary there, he's still got engine damage. Bowman in 9th. Ice in 8th. Mark has got up to 7th. He's going past Golden Brownie down the back straight. Don't think Golden Brownie's going to have much to answer here for the speed of that Scirocco. Absolutely flying down there. So Mark, after the turn 1 incident, has worked his way up through half the field so far. He's now obviously got the faster guys. Obviously a lot of guys have been fighting, so been losing time. But that really has opened up the field. Just that one little incident really broke up the mid-pack now. But the Crow still ahead of Judge for that 1st place. Will the Crow now just try and he's got to open up a little bit of a gap. Will he try and now check out and break the toe? It's quite hard to do around this track with that long back straight. You can get it up to a 2nd through the S's, and then you just bring it straight back down on just 1 straight alone. Let's have a look, see from Judge's view. As he really close up to the back of the Crow. down this long back stretch. Looks like someone's gone into the pit on the mini map. He's not catching on my map as quick as I thought he would. Definitely is catching, but yeah, that slipstream not helping out as much as I said I thought it would. Brucey there in third. Good race so far for Brucey. Don's just behind in fourth. Phil in fifth. Mark's already been able to close that gap up to the back of Phil. Golden there in seventh with Ice just behind. A bit of a gap now to Bowman in ninth. Obviously Gary with the engine damage he had. So it now has been fixed after about 30 seconds of running. Crazy there. Looks like he's struggled again this lap to get going. Graphics has come in and has now doing a bit of showboating into the barrier, but he's not too far ahead of these guys, so he probably will have to move out of the way as these guys come up to lap Graphics. But the Crow still out in first, closely still by Judge. You can see these guys. There comes Brucey over the rise with Don just behind Phil, and Mark has caught up to the back of Phil, it looks like. Golden there in seventh with Ice closing in on the back of him as well. And Bowman all by himself currently. Gary I think is in the same boat as well, all kind of by himself in that 10th place, and then Crazy coming down in 11th place. Graphics has, I think he's seen on the mini map that the guys are catching, so he's really trying to get through the twisty section of the track, so he's not in the way, but yeah, you can see he's not too far ahead of him. The Crow still leading this race over Judge. Two Scirocco's absolutely flying. Look at how far they are there. Brucey's just coming out over the left from the S's. Not even in sight for Brucey. But he has got Don just very, very slowly catching. I think it's been a bit of to and fro between the two of them, but I think Don is just slowly catching, but Phil is now under threat from Mark in that Scirocco. We know the Scirocco is quick. To the guys leading the race at the moment in it. And here comes the power of the Scirocco in the slipstream as well. Right round the outside of Phil. Down towards the chicane they come. Who's the latest on the brakes? Mark seems to be latest. Will he make the apex? Yes, he does. So that's Mark up to 5th place now. It's a cracking race there for Mark so far. Let's see if he can. He's only got Don and Brucey just up ahead. Only a couple of seconds between the lot of them. Phil there in 6th place. And Brucey's parked it on the. What's Brucey doing? Parking it on the outside of the turn. Does he get it too late on the brakes into turn 1? Yeah, he just loses all grip, runs it out wide, and smashes it into the barrier, gets a bit of damage. Looks like he's crabbing coming back onto the track. But Golden Brownie, and Ice have got past Brucey, so Brucey having such a good race in 3rd place is now dropped down to 8th, so will he be able to use the rest of his soft tyres to gain advantage? And picks up a half-second penalty, so that's going to bring Bowman into it potentially. Brucey's struggling there with that damage and dirty tyres to get it going. But Ice goes up the inside of Golden Brownie into the first of the right-handers onto the back straight. Ice has got it done there. Golden Brownie's on the left-hand side. I think he's just got alongside him. They are. Let's jump on board. There's Golden Brownie's car, keeping it nice and tight, coming up to the hairpin chicane, sorry. It's quite tight there from Golden. Oh, wrong way. Picks up a penalty for it. So that will give Ice the position. If he doesn't get past of him by the penalty gates, Ice will be up into 6th place. Phil there in 5th, with Mark now up behind Don for that last spot on the podium. He's got 8 minutes left to do it. They're both on the softs, but Don has really eaten through them soft tyres on that BMAC compared to the Scirocco. It's hardly touched them. Crow has just pulled out a gap from Judge. He's just keeping it there. I think the last couple of laps he's really been able to do it. 24.6 and a 25.6. And he got 24.3 and a 24.9. So yeah, Crow's just edging it out now. 0.666 down on his time. Perfect time to be down. Mark's going for the overtake on Don. Down the back straight. Who gets it stopped first? Mark pulls in front of Don, gives him nowhere to go. Lovely move there from Mark, up to 3rd place now. I think the 2 guys in front are just too far ahead now to catch up. As you can see with what happened with Brucey, who's now down in 7th. Obviously Golden served his penalty, so he's dropped down to 8th. So it's slowly bringing Bowman into this, and Graphics is obviously a lap down. With everyone kind of making a few mistakes, Bowman's keeping it clean and trying to catch up to the back one. Gary there on the medium tyres, just not been able to extract the pace. Consistent in the 26s, just the guys, Golden's all over the place with his timings with penalties and stuff, doing 25s. Who else is on mediums? Ice, he's done 25s as well. Bill's on the mediums doing 25s in another Swift, so yeah, it's possible. Just Gary's just not been able to extract it on them mediums. Crazy there in 11th place. Is he going to have enough tyres to make it to the end? Because they are very worn. Graphics there in 12th. Just watching the guys up ahead battle. Like Bowman was catching up to Golden Brownie, but had a half-second penalty. Just drops off the back of him. Looks like Brucey's catching up to the back of Ice as well for this 6th place. Phil there, he's just dropping off the back of Don. No, he's keeping about the same time as well as Don. Obviously Mark is trying to break away from these two, try and make it a Scirocco 1-2-3 for the first race of the evening. But Don's picked up a 1 second penalty, so will that allow Phil to get past him? The gap is about 1.5 seconds between the two of them, so it's going to be close when they come down across down towards the chicane at the end of the back straight. As long as Phil gets a good drive out of the right hand hairpin, he should hopefully get past Don coming down to the chicane. I think it's going to be close. Let's see. Phil's absolutely flown by him. Commentator absolutely wrong there. Phil's pulled out that same gap he was behind in front of Don now, so Phil up to 4th place. Mark in 3rd. Judge and Crow 1 and 2. Crow has just been able to eke out the time between the two of them. Very close still. A couple of attempts each lap between the two of them. Just in the Crow's favour at the moment. So Mark 3rd, Phil 4th, Brucey and Ice battling. Does Brucey go around the outside of Ice? Looks like he does. He's He's on the outside coming down to the chicane. Does he keep it there and they go too wide through? Looks like they will. Give Brucey the inside for the exit. And Ice is left with no way to answer back there. But still a bit of fighting is going to bring Golden Brownie into play. And Bowman as well. Bowman's on a charge up to the back of these guys. Ice looking feisty, coming into the first corner, making it go side by side. Brucey, is he going to keep ahead of Ice? A little bit of a touch there between the two of them. Golden Brownie's got in the action as well. Brucey's dropped down from 6th to 8th now, and Bowman's come into this fight as well. Golden's taken that too tight. Is Brucey now going to have a drive up to the right hand hairpin? No, he's not. He does think about it, does Bruce, but they get round on to the back straight with Ice in 6th, Golden 7th, Brucey 8th, and Bowman in 9th place. How far is Gary behind? Gary's a bit too far behind. Has he got graphics in front of him? He does. He's picked up another 1 second penalty. Crazy there. I think he's just trying to eke them tyres out as best he can. But Brucey having a look up the inside of Golden Brownie into the chicane. Is he going to get it? There's room given between the two of them. Brucey does get it done. That'll be the softer tyres for you compared to Golden's mediums. And he does get it done there. So Ice has now had a little bit of a break with these two fighting, and obviously Bowman's just sat there behind waiting to see if any action's going to happen between the guys in front. Currently he's not been able to make any inroads into. Massive cut there from Golden Brownie. Will he pick up a half second penalty? Or even a 1 second? There'll be a half second, so that'll be Bowman up to 8th place once he serves it in about half a lap's time. Gary there, yeah, nice. So I just saw there was two guys close on the map. I forgot it was Graphics who was a lap down. The Crow there, absolutely flying in front. Judge there, second. Mark has been able to pull a gap over Phil a bit more. Don having to serve a 1 second or half second penalty there. Ice there. Looks like he's got Brucey fairly quickly closing up to the back of him. Golden serves his penalty off the racing line as you're supposed to, so that's Bowman up to 8th place, which is where he'll want to be for the second race, because the top 8 get reversed. So Golden Brownie there with a stupid little error on this lap to get that half second and drop down to 9th. So that means he'll be starting 9th and Bowman will be starting in 1st for the second race of round 3. Ice there, he's still got Brucey behind him. Obviously he's on the mediums. I think this will be the last lap as well for everyone. I don't think anyone else will be able to get another lap, but apart from the front two, they might do. It depends on their lap time where they are at the moment. Don's picked up another half second, so it's giving Phil a nice easy run there. So Phil is the best of the medium runners in 4th place. Absolutely cracking result there for Phil. These two worn their tyres down. I think they will get another lap. We've got 25 seconds to go, and yeah, they'll just get on to another lap. Will Judge and Crow. Mark I don't think will. So got Mark in 3rd. Great result after the turn 1 incidents that he had. Let's just jump back forward. Yes, Judge and Crow get another lap. So Mark will be the first of the finishers who come along in 3rd place. Phil, cracking result on the mediums in 4th. Don with his few seconds of penalties near the end of the race in 5th. Ice did keep hold of 6th place ahead of Brucey in 7th. Golden got past Bowman for... Oh, Bowman had a penalty. That would be why. So Golden gets past Bowman on the last lap, so roles reversed again between these two. So Golden finishes in 8th place. Bowman will finish in 9th. Gary will finish in 10th place. Graphics in 12th. Crazy will come down the hill for the final time to finish in 11th position. And we'll go to the front two, the Crow and Judge. Judge just dipping into the 26s on that final lap. He's just not been able to keep up with the Crow since he made that pass many laps ago for that first place, coming out of this chicane and down the hill. I think it was about lap 4 or 5 that he done it, and that was it. Just checked out, and Judge had no answer. But cracking result for the Crow to finish race 1 in first place. Judge will come across the line to finish in 2nd. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this commentary, please smash that like button and maybe hit the subscribe button and help the guy out to 50 subs. Thank you all so much for watching, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.